So if you're always exhausted and overwhelmed because your business is needy and your family are needy, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the problem is you. And I'm about to explain why. So let's start with the guys that you choose. Even if you're already in a relationship, this still counts. You picked a guy that's the safe bet, someone who you feel is inferior to you, someone who you don't feel threatened by, and not in the best ways possible, where you feel like he's beneath you. So just in case you lose him, just in case he leaves, it's not going to hurt that much. And that also means that you don't make yourself fully vulnerable to him. You're not fully open to him because you see him as beneath you. So he's not providing that sense of security and trust that you really crave from the masculine, that you really crave from a man. This is why 50 Shades of Grey is such a big deal because, in a sense, women are looking for a man to be a leader, to take charge, and to make them feel safe. But what you do is you get a guy, you go out and get a guy who you feel either he needs to be fixed or he's just not going to be a big loss. It's not going to be such a downer if you lose him. You're not going to feel devastated if he goes. Yeah, it's going to be hard, but you know you can move on because he's not fully providing that sense of security and that feeling of safety that you crave from a man. So what that teaches your subconscious, what that is teaching your nervous system is I only deserve men that drain me. Do you see that? And what's crazy about this is you built your business the same way. So you built your business the same way where it's needy, it constantly needs you. You constantly need to be tending to it. 24/7 all the time you have to be on. It's a business that you have to parent, not lead. There's a difference. You're parenting your business, you're not leading it. And that's from a place of fear, not from a true place of you being authentic, you showing a sense of leadership, and you being from a place of abundance. So, what does this mean? This means that if your business always needs you, and your family always needs you, or your partner always needs you, that means you never have time to sit and be alone with you because ease is unfamiliar, because peace feels unsafe. Peace feels like there's something wrong. Because as a woman, you built your business and even the family dynamic from doing, not being. Now, if you haven't watched my video where I talk about being Amazon Prime instead of being Amazon in the garage, go and watch it. It's good. And it'll really help things land for you. But what you're basically doing is you're afraid to slow down. You've already gotten to a place where you're making 30, 40, 50K a month. And some of you maybe even 100K a month. The problem is that you're still telling yourself, oh, when I finally get to, that's when I'll rest. When I finally get to, when the kids finally get older, when such and such happens within my business, when this and that goes right, I will finally XYZ. You're living, waiting, and still in survival mode, almost very similarly to when you first started the business or even before. You learn how to make more money, but you're still living according to this version of yourself that's like Amazon when it first started, when Jeff Bezos first started in his garage, as opposed to Amazon Prime. What does this mean? How does this relate to you and your business and even your family dynamics? Amazon Prime has boundaries. Just like luxury women, Amazon Prime does not negotiate its value. Here's an example. You either pay the fee for Amazon Prime or you don't get access. There's no can I talk to you? Can we work this out? No, this is the fee. This is the rate. You pay it. Then you get in. You don't pay it, you don't get in. That's it. It's done. Amazon Prime doesn't rush just because you're feeling anxious and uncomfortable. You don't get to message Amazon saying, "Can you please make it faster? Can you rush it because I feel nervous?" No, they can't. They already told you what time it's going to be there. It'll get there when they said it's going to get there. That's it. Done. End of discussion. This is similar to feminine leadership. It's visibly calm, it's anchored, and it's non reactive. And the reason why I say visibly calm, because she could be acting however she's like, she could be going berserk inside. But on the outside, as a leader, she's not acting like that. And however you feel about Amazon Prime, it doesn't matter. It's not going to change the outcome. They already said it's going to get there at a certain time. That's it. Whether you want to be like, F you, I don't like you, it changes nothing. And they also don't decide not to send you what you have already paid for just because you don't like them. They don't care. Prime also functions on structure, on a system. So it doesn't matter what people are feeling within the company, right? It doesn't matter how you feel about the company. It is still going to follow the structure. Because when you are a successful businesswoman, the things that have led you to that success have been the processes and sticking to the process and not your emotions. If you didn't want to show up that day, your processes will take care of it for you. But if you are not going according to the processes, you're going according to how you feel, well, then that's a really great way for you to end up overloaded and overwhelmed. And here's the really big piece that I want to drive home is that Prime doesn't chase. It always delivers. It always delivers. But it's not going to go chasing you. Like, hey, 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 can you please, 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 pretty please, can you buy this? Hey, 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 can you please get blah, blah, blah? No, it's not doing that. It's projecting this energy of, I have absolutely everything you need. Why would you go anywhere else? Look at how much value I'm providing you. You have no reason to go anywhere else. I mean, this is probably why people trust it so much. I'm not a spokesperson for Amazon, but I thought this was a really good analogy, especially for women in business, that they could really understand. So at Prime, the package always arrives. There's no over explaining. There's no like reassurance hunting. Like, should I send it to them? Should I not send it to them? What do you think? What if they got mad? What if this? What if that? No. It's just delivering. That's it. And the last thing that put Jeff Bezos over the top wasn't just mindset, right? Because a lot of you businesswomen, you love to work on the mindset and the strategy and even the spirituality. So much spiritual bypassing of like manifesting. I'm just going to like think of it and it's going to happen. Not that it won't. Not that it won't. However, it's not going to come without you being that woman that you are trying to become. There is some work there that has to be done, but it's not the work that you think. It's definitely not the work that you think. So the thing that put Jeff Bezos over the top was delegation. In order for him to scale, he had to let go and build systems that were going to work for him that he didn't have to babysit, that he didn't have to parent. And being a woman, and a woman who's truly in her feminine, right? That means she has to get used to receiving. Receiving means delegating, letting people help you, letting people be there for you so that you don't have to be so exhausted and so overwhelmed all the time. But because you're used to being in control, you're used to having to have your hands in the clay everywhere all the time, and you're operating out of survival, then you're always going to be overwhelmed and you're always going to be exhausted. You're going to earn more money, but guess what? You're going to find more things to involve yourself in, to where you're still getting 5 hours of sleep, if that. I that's a sure way to age yourself faster. It doesn't matter how much work you get done. And that is the perfect way for you to get autoimmune diseases, autoimmune disorders, where your body starts fighting against you. And it's because you're freaking tired. You're not sleeping. You're not resting. Even when you're resting, you're still worrying. You're on 24/7. If you're ready to stop parenting your business and parenting your partner and parenting everything else around you, you're ready to start getting some really good rest and start feeling secure from the inside out. And this happens really fast. You're interested in working together, my link is down below. Now I help my clients with this all the time, and they see results so fast it would make your head spin, like, what? And it is a lot easier than you think. Oh my gosh, is it easy? And this changes the trajectory of their business and their life. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share if this really resonated with you. And maybe you know of another woman that really needs to hear this. Maybe she's with someone that she's parenting. If she's successful and she's not happy in her relationship, I'm almost certain that's what's happening. Just in case you're coming across me for the first time, I'm Lupita V from Lupita V Coaching, Mental Health Consulting. I'm a psychotherapist, coach, author, speaker, and if you're interested in working together, my link is down below. I hope this helped, landed for you, and I'll see you next time.